Our own Jill Schumacher is live at the brand new Wellness Center. Jill?
Today, a new wellness center opened up its doors, and it's the first of its kind here in Central New York. In Central New York, over 100 people are diagnosed with Parkinson's every year. While Parkinson's is not yet curable, the work being done at Empower Parkinson's is giving people like Suzanne Roselot a new outlook on their diagnosis.
You know, you could think your life is over. You could think you're going to sit in a chair in your house for the rest of your life, and it's not like that anymore. And this program especially offers so many different options.
The Wellness Center's outlook is to empower people with Parkinson's disease to fight back, to maintain their functional abilities, and to age well. Treatments can help manage symptoms. One of the main treatments is exercise.
The first time a person with Parkinson's comes here, the first thing they say to us is, all those people have Parkinson's? You know, they can't believe they're doing what they're doing, moving what they're doing.
What started in 2017 as Rocksteady Boxing, a non-contact boxing fitness program that helps those with Parkinson's build strength, has now led to this moment, cutting the ribbon and opening Central New York's first Parkinson Wellness Center.
All we're doing here, we're just looking at what the community needs and trying to respond to that need.
This center will offer various exercise classes, support groups, and social events. This marks a new chapter for Parkinson's care in Central New York, providing long-term support and resources for those living with the disease. This wraps up their opening day, creating a new community for those with Parkinson's in Central New York. I'm Jill Schumacher, NCC News, live in Liverpool.
When loud noises triggered panic, competitors and attendees at that moment thought this was a potential shooting.
Active shooter, active shooter, active shooter.
The panic at the NCAA All-Star Championship was caused by a fight inside the arena that caused poles to fall, generating loud noises that led to panic. This event drew nearly 58,000 people, and when chaos ensued, the stampede injured 10 people. With alarms blaring and police sirens wailing, witnesses described the incident as extremely frightening. Many families were separated as people rushed to get out of the building.
Not knowing where your grandchild's at and just knowing that you didn't know what was actually going on. I just know what I heard, I know what I seen, what I was feeling at that moment was just pure chaos and panic. People pushing, people trying to get down the escalator, people pushing you out the door.
Their injuries ranged from bruises to fractured bones, but none were life-threatening. Speculation on social media claiming the evacuation was due to a possible shooting after a press release stating that Dallas police had responded to an active shooter call. By Saturday, Dallas police clarified there was no active shooter. Now, as a precaution, officials closed the venue on Saturday, but competition resumed Sunday. Police worked with the event staff to ensure a safe environment when this resumed. Back to you, Maria.
So much, Vanaya. A man driving under the influence was stopped by officers on Sunday night after driving just 4 miles in the wrong direction on I-81 into oncoming traffic. Police say they attempted to stop the 32-year-old Cody Freeman of Cicero, but he struck a deputy's vehicle and continued driving in the wrong direction. Freeman eventually stopped his car and was taken into custody. He now faces multiple charges, including driving while intoxicated, reckless driving, and leaving the scene of an incident. All northbound lanes that were closed during the pursuit have now since been reopened.
They announced that the United States will impose 25% tariffs on all steel and aluminum imports from Canada and Mexico. Trump is now looking to impose import duties on products in cases where another country has levied duties on the U.S. Treasury, and they yield ticked lower in the bond market over the weekend. Just after that, Trump made an announcement in early trading Monday shares in the U.S. steel companies rose. The S&P 500 rose 0.5%, Steel Dynamics rising to 6%, Cleveland-Cliffs to 8%, and the U.S. Steel to 5%. The Dow Jones Industrial Average was up to 261 points, and the NASDAQ Composite was up to 7%. Trump has said he sees import taxes as a tool to force concessions on immigration issues.
Any steel coming into the United States is going to have a 25% tariff. What about aluminum, sir? Aluminum, too.
What you guys just heard is what Trump told reporters on Sunday as he flew out to the Super Bowl, and that other import duties may come later in the week. Back to you guys.
Federal prosecutor.
Syracuse veterans are using arts as a means of therapy, helping them to celebrate the recovery and progress made through art. Richard Rodriguez, a former Army paratrooper, has utilized art as a way to cope with his PTSD. Rodriguez says being able to put a picture of his pain through art has helped his mental health.
Feeling, I felt like I belonged in the trash. It could reflect where you want to be. It could reflect your journey of getting there. It can reflect of where you're at.
Suzanne Hawes and Erin Popkin work at the local VA hospital in the recreation department. Hawes says art allows the veterans in her facility to comfortably express how they feel.
Sometimes people aren't as comfortable verbally expressing their anxiety, their depression, anything that concerns them, and art is a great way for them to be able to express themselves.
Popkin says the VA facility allows people to be around others who understand them.
Different things in their lives, the military service, their home life, but when they come to the VA, they can be around people that understand them.
The Everson Museum of Art has partnered with the Veterans Affairs Medical Center to showcase the veterans' art from the Syracuse Veterans Creative Art Festival in the museum. Rodriguez has one of his pieces hanging in the Everson, and he says whether we're at war or in conflict, it's not going to stop the beauty of the world, and he showcases that through his art. Jill Schumacher, NCC News.
Thanks, guys. So, as of right now, since January 5th, the California wildfires have continued. While many fires have been contained, the Hughes, Eaton, and Border 2 still remain active. The Palisades fire has now reached 23,448 acres. Flood watches were put into effect due to burned areas being super susceptible to major runoff. Those flood watches continued until 4 p.m. Monday, leaving homes that were not destroyed by the fires now at risk for flooding. Parts of the Pacific Coast Highway have been closed due to the flooding and mudslides in Los Angeles County. Topanga Canyon, the California Department of Transformation, has estimated no time of reopening. These road conditions have led to the Santa Monica Malibu Unified School District to close 4 schools on Monday, stating the safety of our students and staff is our top priority. That's all at the update desk. I'm Jill Schumacher with Mornings on the Hill.
It takes a special person to be a coach. Once Terrence Gower was told the Mohawk Valley swim team needed help coaching, he embraced this new role.
It's actually the most fulfilling thing I've done. I never saw myself doing this 10, 20 years ago. Just working with the different athletes, it's just very rewarding to see when they get a stroke down, which you've been working on swimming, and just the excitement that they did it.
That excitement is one that Gower gets to see in his son Joshua. Joshua has Down syndrome and started swimming when he was a teenager and has been his coaching inspiration.
But he never got a chance to play high school sports. So this gave him an opportunity to compete, come out to have teammates that they, which he never had.
The Special Olympics has several teams in Central New York who compete in rec leagues, regionals, winter, and summer state games. This year, Mohawk Valley swim team has 23 athletes, and Gower says they are incredibly dedicated and train hard.
It means the world to me.
It does the world to me, too. I have my son here, too. He swims here, too, and my husband. It's wonderful. It's a family thing.
Gower says many people don't realize how amazing some of these athletes are, not just in sports, but in life.
When they go to a competition and actually are able to do it, it's an amazing experience. I wish more people could, see exactly what these athletes put into it.
Gower and his athletes are in preparation mode as their next meet is just around the corner. The Special Olympics has close to 4 million athletes. And here in Central New York, that is not any different. These athletes are gearing up and training for their state regionals in Auburn, taking place in June. Jill Schumacher, NCC News.